I know that we are technically not in the tiny house since we do have the upstairs a part of this house, but since the only thing we use upstairs is the laundry room, I like to think that we're tiny house living. And to me, living in a small space is about what works for you. It doesn't, or it shouldn't matter what other people think of the way you do things. All that matters is what works for you in the stage or place you are in your life currently. Just a few things I've learned since living here. We've lived with my in-laws since the beginning of our relationship because he was still living with them. Not because he had to, but because he wanted to. He was still living with them when I first met him and everything. And it's what works for us right now. Since we do live with with family, we don't have to pay $1,000 to $2,000 for rent. So that helps us save that much money, that much more money. So we're saving a lot of money by living here. And right now it works for us. The kids are small. Our basement down here, our apartment down here is 2 bedrooms. So it works right now. It is getting a little cramped now that they're getting a little older, but I mean, by the time they get big enough to where we need a bigger space, we'll be on our own. It is in the 5-year plan of ours to get out on our own, get our own place and everything. But right now, living here is what works for us. And we're pretty content living here. We do wish we had some more space, but it's what works for us. So just a couple of things that I have learned since living in our small, tiny apartment. You have to use and try to use whatever resources you have at hand to help you, like the Facebook free groups or Craigslist, or I know there's Garage Sale and a bunch of other places. If you're looking for something, try and look on those sites first, and get it used. Just used does not equal dirty and grimy and gross. Used equals saving some money. Pretty much every piece of furniture, not pretty much, every piece of furniture in our house, aside from our king size bed, we got used. And out of all of our furniture, 99, maybe 90, no, 99% of it was free. So Zoe's crib, which we actually bought when we were pregnant with Caleb, so it's been both of their cribs. We bought a crib, a changing table, and a couple of gates for $50. And aside from some bite marks from the child that we got it from, the crib is in perfect condition. I mean, we're using it 4 years later, and it's on its like 3rd or 4th kid. So buying used does not mean that it's not going to last as long, because it will. You just have to make sure it's in good condition and everything. But we bought our couch used for $40, and it's a placeholder couch until we're able to get something else, because that one is falling apart. We really needed a new couch, so we didn't look as hard as we needed to get the best deal for our money. So it was $40, so we're fine with that. I mean, we've had it for almost a year now, and it's still holding up. But I mean, our table and our chairs, they've all kind of fallen apart. But our table, we found it with a free sign on the side of the road. It was free. My computer desk, Nate's computer desk. I think Nate's computer desk was free. If anything, we paid like $15 for Nate's computer desk. I'm afraid I'm waking up the kids. But used does not mean grimy and gross and not gonna last a long time. Used means saving money and buying something that's yes, it has some life already worn into it, but it just makes it that much better. Another thing is pay it forward. I try to not sell things. I do have a few things posted for sale, but I mean, they've been posted for a while and they don't sell. After about 3 months that I've had something up online for sale, if it hasn't sold, I'll just give it away for free. Because after 3 months, nobody's going to want it, so I'm just going to get rid of it. But I'm not saying you can't sell your things, but just give it away. It helps somebody else out, because we have a basket on the side of the bed, on Nate's side of the bed, in the corner, full of stuff that I'm just getting rid of. Clothes that I don't like the way they look, random toys, shoes that the kids have outgrown. Just get rid of it. Don't try to make money off of it, because you could be helping somebody who really needs that pair of shoes for their kid, and they're not able to afford to go out and buy it at this moment in time. So, I mean, I'm not saying you can't sell your things, but just think about paying it forward instead. Another thing is, when you're very limited on space, you have to make every inch of space useful. So there are quite a few things that are kind of dual purpose. I know you've seen it in my cleaning videos, the white dresser that's kind of in the corner of our living room. I'll try to put a picture up, but I might not get to that. But it's got the little cubby hole where we keep our coats, and actually right now we've been keeping the games in it so the kids can play games every now and then. But I also have a hope chest that I'm planning on using at the table for the kids' chairs instead of the regular chairs, because I feel like it would help save space to just be able to push that table back. But it's got storage space inside of it. So right now it has movies in it. I'm not quite sure if we'll keep the movies in there or not. But just make use of every space you have. I mean, you don't have to purposely fill up every space, but make the most of your spaces you have. And then think outside of the box. Even if something is not made for that, it might still be able to be used for that. Right now, I have over at Nate's computer desk, we have his lamp sitting on a chair, because that's what works for us. The little table it was on, I moved it to the kitchen for a little slide out drawer to hold some of our pots and pans so our cabinets weren't so cluttered. But think outside of the box. If something is not, you don't have to use things the way they are. I mean, there's only so much you can do with that though. But try and use things for different purposes than what they're used for. You'll be surprised at what you'll be able to do. And also, if you haven't used it in a while, consider getting rid of it. I mean, I know our storage room is full of boxes of stuff that we have not touched in 2 going on 3 years since we moved. I would like to get rid of it, but Nate is kind of a hoarder. Not in some instances. But he thinks we'll need it one day. So we have kept a lot of stuff, but I am fixing to go through that and get rid of my stuff that's in there, because it's decorations. I mean, we don't need a bunch of cords. I mean, I don't know. But if it's been a while since you last used it, odds are you're not going to need it in the future. And unless it's something that costs a couple $100, like if it's something you can get for $20, just go ahead and get rid of it. And then if you need it again, get it for those $20, or get it used and you could get it even cheaper. So just use your space wisely and use your resources you have at hand. There's no shame in getting stuff for free or buying used stuff or even living with family. There's no shame in that. It all depends on what you make out of it. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Yes, it's not always nice when you're not teased, but when you're talked down because, oh, you don't have your own house. Not that anybody has talked down to us about that, actually, but I know there are people that probably do in their mind. But it doesn't matter. All that matters is what works for me and my family and what makes us happy and what we're doing with our life. I don't care what other people are doing. Yes, I get jealous of their cushiony lives where they can just go out and spend a bunch of money, but I'm fine with my life. And that's all for this video. I do hope that it did give you some encouragement in one area or another. I hope you watched this video and came away with some sort of encouragement, that you're not the only one who's doing things differently than everybody else, and that it's okay to do things differently, and that you do what works for you. I'm saying this to myself as much as I'm saying it to you guys. Try to not care as much what other people think of your lifestyle and how you're living life. Just live life to the fullest and live life the way that makes you happy. That's all that really matters, is that you and your family are happy and content with where you are in your life at this present moment. But I hope that you did get some encouragement from this video. Please don't forget to leave me a like, and I would love to hear some feedback from this video. Just let me know what you thought of it. I would also love if any people are watching this and you're not a current subscriber. First off, thank you very much for watching the full video, and that goes to my subscribers as well. Thank you very much for watching my videos and supporting me as I make videos. But if you're not a subscriber, I would love for you to become a subscriber. Just click that subscribe button. I hope you all have a fantastic day.